AD has approved KC-1400 collective. Everybody want to hear me say that? This is what it's all about. They're around. They are supporting. The money is going directly to our student athletes. They're signing deals. They have contracts. Let's do it. I mean, without this collective, we won't be successful. We won't be able to sustain our student athletes. I mean, 1400 Collective have done a really, really good job of keeping a lot of our athletes here. You know, if you saw them sign a lot of our athletes, but we got to do our part. So I know after today, we're going to click that 1400 Collective. We're going to give one of those tiers, and we're going to make sure that we give to this collective so we continue to give to our student athletes and support them and give them what I need. And I want to thank you all, Ken, TD, D-Core, C,
T-Dub.
Yeah, T-Dub, everyone that created and helped create it. I know I'm missing some names.
Jackson State has a collective full throttle. They have a collective full throttle. And I mean, like, so they, you know, we won the national championship in 2023, and we were slowly but surely trying to get our collective going. Jackson State won it this past year. Their collective is full throttle. Like, it is full throttle. They don't want to lose. They didn't want to lose anybody, and they went full throttle. And I mean, that's you correct if I'm wrong. That's what happened.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Man, hit the like button, share button, subscribe button as you guys come in. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. It is, man, what is it, second week of June? Almost in the summertime, man. It's hot and heavy in these HBCU streets. Let me see who in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that's so far in the chat. TD, what's going on, brother? Hey, let's see, man. What's good? What's up, Doc? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good, bro. I can't complain. No complaints at all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Tiger Nation? How y'all doing this lovely evening?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Hey. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Full throttle. That's right, man. Wish I could have said that, you know, we would have been ready to rock and roll tonight. Still, our whiskey partners, Greenwood, I'm going to just go ahead and jump in and get that out of the way. Still having some website issues right now. Their website was going under construction. So we're ironing out some kinks. They're ironing out some kinks, rather. The goal is to have it available before the event. So hopefully by Wednesday, man, just stay tuned with us. Listen, appreciate everybody that's eager to purchase, eager to buy, eager to, you know,
eager to support.
Shit, we can't wait, man. I've been on the horn with them since Friday, literally every single day getting updates. They had a meeting today, said things should be good to go. We kind of broke down some specifics and just it's on the way. Also, man, made some leeway with our vodka. We got a vodka partnership that we're working towards as well. So that's going to be huge. I'll say this. I won't put that in front of you guys until we're ready to rock and roll. So when we bring the vodka partnership to the platform, you guys will be ready to purchase right then and there. We're looking to do major volume in that because, hey, man, you know, not everyone drinks whiskey. Not everyone drinks vodka, but absolutely everyone loves our Jack State Tigers. And if you understand what just transpired on Friday with the House settlement and the changes to college football, I think you'll understand now exactly just how important it is for us to have a collective, for one, because there's a lot of schools that don't have anything in place for NIL, and they're going to be scrambling. Some do. Some have some things in place. Some have some strategic measures. And I'll say this, TD, it's great to have the best leader in the game, you know, especially with the news that broke today from one of our fellow SWAC foes, I should say. Not the type of news you like to get coming from your university. We're going to touch on all of that. But, yeah, man, so big things popping, man. Listen, stay eager. Don't lose your fire. As soon as I get that link available, trust me, you do not have to ask me for the link. That link going to be everywhere. You got eyeballs, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, your inbox, your text thread, all the chats, everywhere. Don't worry. As soon as that link is available and ready to rock and roll, you're going to have it in your hands. So just stay eager. just know that we're gearing up again. We're not going to overlap the whiskey partnership with the vodka partnership. Expect that like midsummer, sometime in the July months, probably after the 4th of July. So that's right, Brother Fred. Appreciate that, man. You do not have to drink to purchase a bottle. It's all about supporting the program. And hey, y'all know y'all as adults, we like stuff like our own little bars at the house. Even if we may not drink, we might be collecting them bottles. We may not sip one ounce of it. But you got a cousin, you got an uncle, you got an auntie, somebody drink that come through the house. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will take a little something, man. So we definitely want to wait. What's up, Trav? What's happening with you, man, over there as our AD getting ready to get his award, man? Best AD in the game. Yeah, man. Best AD in the game. I'll pause, let you jump on in there, man. I was watching the BET Awards too, man. So y'all checking that out. You know, I know we won't talk about BET that much, but they kind of did an old school approach. So I saw some stuff I wanted to see. So I hate to pull everybody from that, but hey, we got to do what we do.
Yeah, man. I just listened to you supporting the whiskey brand, and like you said, it's good to know everybody's eager and excited to consume, to join, to support. I mean, my slogan is you don't have to you got to consume to support, you know, so that's what we do, man. So again, glad everybody excited and willing to support, man. It's a lot going on. What better time than to stand together and support? And please drink responsibly.
Yeah, they could just drink at home.
Right. Right. Shab, ship to your house and leave it there.
Yeah, you leave it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we listen, we're gonna have it out at the tailgates and stuff like that too, man.
Oh yeah.
But for now, you know what I'm saying, just drink at home and go to sleep when you're done. That's all you got.
It go good out the golden fish, don't
Sure do. It sure do, man. Shout out to but just, you know, we're looking forward to it, man. Eager to get over to Atlanta this week, and got a big event coming, and we're looking forward to that. So we'll get into a little bit more of that as we go. But we just gonna kind of slow walk this thing, and when we're done, right? So before we even get started, any preliminaries, man, just a wild day, man. I listen. Sorry, appreciate the text message, bro. I'm gonna put it out there. I'll just say that we kind of knew of some potential nonsense that was coming down the pipe for FAMU, man. That was harsh, man. You know, the athletic director gets arrested. Oh boy, for some mismanagement of funds at a previous employer, right? Had to turn herself in. AD Suggs. I had a chance to meet AD Suggs when we played against FAMU. Met her at M-Bar.
Yep.
And her husband, and we were fortunate to be there and make collab with her. I don't know, man. Fam, this ain't OG Strike Zone, but man, that was like, damn, bro, y'all can't catch a break. You know, I know. Sometimes we get to laughing when things are happening at 1400 JR Lynch Street, man. But you know, I'm just sort of the mindset right now. I'm just not of the mindset, 999, that type thing. It's just it's a really bad look, man. It's a really bad look. And I'll say this, TD, and this coming from a very different place than what I normally approach. I take. Listen, man, I don't have to stoop down to the level of idiots, bro, on the internet when it comes to certain things. Y'all know I'm true blue through and through. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no realer than that. You know what I'm saying? Than how we get down with it. But a part of me, TD, feels sad, man, for the university, because sometimes the alums, and I say this because I'm just gonna speak from the perspective of somebody like a Jason Hall, our partner, Merch Pack, somebody we got a great relationship with, who's a FAMU alum. He's just like, damn, bro, you can't catch a break. You know, you get MAGA Marva as your president. You get bamboozled and hoodwinked behind the big old check that wound up being a fraud. And then you got an AD who comes in. You got rid of you run off a really good AD, and AD Sykes, I think, who I thought was doing a good job. I didn't think she was, but What the hell are we doing, man? And I know bro said, you know, this is something that transpired 3 years ago. I'm like, well, shit, well, y'all, like, she ain't been at FAMU that long. So, you know, like.
I was going to ask, Ken.
Yeah.
I mean, from an adult responsible leadership position, how do you not think that is not going to show up or going to come back to hunt you? I mean, how long have you been getting away with it?
Well, I was reading the report. I think the number was about 24,000 in management. Said some things were classified as meals. Look, man, I just got, you know, my previous employment situation. I was entrusted with quite a bit of resources owned by the company. That being likes of a credit card, that being the likes of a gas card, a company car. A lot of, you know, you get a lot of leeway. TD, what it comes down to is just character, man. At the end of the day, it comes down to character. It comes down to character. And I'm just saying, like, listen, man, this is the part that KT Dub and I were talking about today. And I'm not here to pounce or jump down on anybody. See, we have enough stuff against us, bro.
Already.
We already got, you know, things that's working against us. But when we start getting in positions of power where you're getting paid an astronomically amount of money higher than the average salary or income, I just think it's asinine, bro, to get in these certain positions and then you blow it. With the likes of, we've seen it we've seen it not once. Like LeBron James, not once, not twice, not 3 times. We've seen it quite a few times in our presidential position. Now, I don't give a damn what they reported. We're not here to break no news, but we know what transpired in all 3 instances. We just don't publicly come on here and talk about it. The IHL may not put out no statement, but we know what transpired in all 3 instances for our presidents. And when it comes down to it, TD, there's one thing to say the man is here to set me up and do wrong by me. It's a whole different ball game, bro, when you are just negligent and just doing low character stuff. You follow what I'm saying?
I mean, we hope this to be true, but I mean, I don't know.
Listen, you can really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro.
Really? I mean, listen, based off the reports that I read,
right,
ECU Sports, and I'm not saying whatever. If it's fake news, whatever, y'all figure that out. I'm not saying that it's innocent till proven guilty. Okay, great. But what I'm saying is this right here. It's a very bad look, bro. It's a very bad look. And I'm sorry, man. I don't care if we live in a world where the court of public opinion is very, very, very damaging these days. I don't think there's going to be no whole lot of follow-up, TD, that comes out and says, see, I told you this is what really transpired, because it seems like the damage is somewhat done. Now, I don't know if AD Suggs lost her position. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's not even our concern, but I was just like, wow. It's disheartening, man. It couldn't have been a worse time, you know. But we got to do better when we get opportunities, bro. It's just too often at our HBCUs, we get in the positions of power and we muck it up, man, because we just go in there and start. We can sometimes be our own worst enemy. And it just compounds the problems that we already have. I'm just telling you how that works, man. It just compounds it. And we got example after example after example. I started with our university first. I know we don't like to hear that because we become cool with some of the people that are in those positions and we revere those roles, TD. But it ain't no respect of a person over here. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't have no respect of a person, so why should man? I respect your title according to your character. And I'm going to be judged the exact same way, TD. How I treat my family, how I treat my kids, how I operate as a man. Do I operate with integrity? Am I a snake? Am I saying one thing, doing another thing? There comes a point in time where I'm starting right here, where I have to be held accountable for having a character that is acceptable unto God when man ain't looking. So I'm sorry, I can't condemn nobody. I'm saying now I'm in a position, TD, where right now, when I see stuff like this, bro, I'm not pointing out saying, look it. It's an self-examination saying, bro, we have to be better, man. You follow what I'm saying? We have to be better.
Mm.
Now, I'm saying, Ken, what are you talking about, Ken? I was talking to KT Dub about that today. It's just certain stuff that I have to be better with. We have a responsibility with the platform, man. You follow what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got Bible class members that watch this show, and I find myself sometimes on here, you know what I'm saying, cussing up a storm, and I know it don't really mean a whole lot, but bread offended thy brother. Don't eat bread around your brother.
Thanks.
Be better. I never ran from correction or chastisement or trying to be better. You know, you know, I know y'all didn't think it was gonna go this way, but I'm in self-reflection mode, man. I ain't worried about what nobody else doing. We trying to figure out how can we take this thing to the next level, man. Sometimes you can only go so far when you delving in just bull junk, bro. Now we gonna still give you them goods now, but it's still a way you do it, man. I'm just saying, like, I'm seeing within my own life, within everything around you, you starting to see, like, damn, bro, it's all right, bro. It's all right to operate righteously, bro. It's like everything is bad, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You look around, you like, God dang, bro, can we get some integrity somewhere? Can somebody just do the right thing? Now, I ain't even really, I'm telling y'all, I'm really, that's just what's on my heart right now, bro, when I see that, because at the end of the day, if it can happen to FAMU or Jackson State, it can happen to all of us. I mean, when the blue blood start getting hit, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we got an opportunity. This president who's the next person to take office at Jackson State, bro, needs to be the right person. And we gotta get this ship right, man. We gotta get this thing on the road, man, because I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, and on that point that you're making there, it all boils down to people, and like you said, their personality, their characters, and you know, their decision. When you elect people to be a leader, from president of the United States to, you know, the president of your daycare, you know, you leaving your child, or you leaving something, your responsibility, in somebody else's hand every time you take your kid to school. You don't know what those people background is really, or what they, you know, what they choosing to do. In this case, you know, it's very unfortunate, and it just don't happen to HBCU. It just on other levels and other businesses. It called embezzlement.
Absolutely, that's correct. That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it happens everywhere, and it's just all about people, you know, their leadership and their characters and what they choosing to do. You know, unfortunately, it happened to FAMU in that situation, and you know, we support, you know, support them the best we can, man, because again, we all in this thing together. When you look around, Ken, even out, I don't know how far it is from you, man. You got rides, and it's
Man,
a very trying time right now, bro.
I can tell you right now, TD, the riots that are occurring, and thank you to all the people who have reached out to me asking how, you know what I'm saying, I was a fam and everybody is doing. I'll give you in proxy about 45 miles max from my home. And that's because I don't live in the city of LA. But at the same time, I'm in the city of LA 3 times a week. My Bible class is literally, the church we go to right there is in 6th Street, right in the heart of Koreatown in LA. So it's no ways to kind of navigate that other than to go in that area, you know. So if there's some type of a safety hazard, then they'll send out mass communication saying, hey, we won't have it tonight or what have you. But I've been following it very carefully because I pay attention to what the Governor Gavin Newsom is saying. And he and Trump are just not having a good day. And I do appreciate Mayor Karen Bass of the city of LA and their pushback to Governor Trump. If you just read the Project 2025, TD, everything that they're doing is right out of the playbook.
Right.
It's a jot and tittle, play by play. Nothing that's happening right now is they're creating they're creating unrest intentionally. They are, and it's to invoke martial law. You know what I'm saying, and create race wars and all that good stuff. So you have to govern yourselves accordingly. You can be in contact with an idiot at any given moment that's on this MAGA mindset who just outright lying, bro, just not being honest in no shape, form, or fashion. And just it's unbelievable, man, what we're seeing. But God said that he ushered this world into chaos. It came in chaos, so go out in chaos. So this is biblical, man. What we're seeing right now is exactly how God wants it to be. So I have to change my mindset and my mentality and my verbiage and stop talking like something is broke. Right. In actuality, the one that's actually in control of it is the one that's breaking it. So you're either in harmony of it or you're actually opposed to it. So we have to operate. And if you operate that way, you're going to communicate that way. So when you know better, you got to speak better, talk better, move better. So that's all I'm saying. But with that, you still have to move circumspect with the riots because there is a real physical threat. Right. You know what I'm saying? That could transpire anytime. Go ahead, bro.
Even with that being said, I mean, I definitely don't want to delve too far in this, but I will like to touch it, you know, because we're talking about the riots. You know, even if the bill is still passed, it is law now that if you protest, if you riot, anything, you can be deported out of the country. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of communicating with Leilani, because you know she's out there. And she said she knew some people that went to the ride and stuff, so she's near it.
Yeah. If you're in the city of LA, or the closer you get, man, I'm out in the IE. But here's the thing: when the riots happened, TD, they made it all the way out there to Ontario. I fly in Ontario. Ontario to LAX is approximately 47 miles, maybe 40 miles apart. It's just like, you know, Goodman. You know what I'm saying? Like Jackson.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of what we're talking about. So it is what it is, man. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know, we have to move with understanding. We have to move with understanding. So, but hey, man, listen, the party don't stop. We still do what we do. Y'all know what we here for. This is JSU Sports Chat Live. We're gonna talk about a little bit of, and listen, I got a gripe, TD. I got a gripe.
Right.
I'm gonna play this video and then I'm gonna come back and tell you what my gripe is. 1 second.
Head coach of the SWAC champions, 10-2 Jackson State Tigers, Coach TC Taylor. And the 2024 Black College Football Hall of Fame Team of the Year, the Celebration Bowl champions coached by TC Taylor, the Jackson State Tigers. Congratulations. Now, over the past 16 years, since the inception of the Black College Football Hall of Fame, big things have happened and will continue to happen.
Hey, man, listen, congratulations to Coach TC Taylor and the Go JSU Tigers football team for winning the 2024 Black College Football Hall of Fame Coach of the Year and Team of the Year. TD. Outstanding accomplishment. We're proud of Coach TC Taylor and the whole team, man. And we had a monumental year, bro. Got a chance to attend and witness the greatness that is the I Love 2024 HBCU National Champions. But I left there highly disappointed, bro.
Disappointed? Wait a minute, Ken. Hold up.
Yes, sir.
We won Coach of the Year.
Won Coach of the Year.
We won Team of the Year.
Coach of the year.
Yeah, team of the year. You dealt with legends. Had a 12-2 record.
Yes, sir.
Best coach and GM in the game, along with Hall of Famer 312.
Yes, sir.
All that going on, you filming and you dropping,
Yes,
content
sir.
and stuff. Look like it's a beautiful scenery and had a lot of drink and stuff.
Yes, sir.
How in the world could you leave a place like that in discontentment, sir?
I'll tell you how.
Oh man.
So listen, man. First of all, again, congratulations to Coach TC Taylor in the football program.
Yes, sir.
The problem I have with Saturday night is they did not bring Coach Taylor on the stage. They did not bring Coach Taylor on the stage.
Did they bring anybody on stage?
Everybody went on stage. Everybody that got an award. Jada Byers, congratulations to Jada Byers. He won the Black College Football Player of the Year. He was called up. He was given his plaque on stage. They also, Jacoby Durant from South Carolina State won the Pro of the Year. All State won the Sponsor of the Year. And all the Hall of Famers were introduced. And
I love people.
What you saw is what you got. And I'm gonna just tell you like this right here. They could have just mailed the damn award back to Jackson. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. It was very deep. Like, no. It was deep. That room was full. But I know that the events, I know that the festivities started on Thursday, and I'm pretty sure they wanted Coach Taylor and them to be there. But here's what I'm gonna say about that, bro. We're in the middle of some. We just started summer session 1. We're in camp right now. Coach Taylor wasn't trying to go to Atlanta for no 3 days. Be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Can't get back to Sunday. He's not trying to be away from his team that long. He communicated that, made that very clear. So they knew that he was there. You saw he was there. He came in there. Even if you might have cut him out or whatever the case may be or whatever, they could have easily brought him up there and gave him his award. He didn't get his award till the event was over.
Stop it.
I'm just telling you what I know, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the hiccup is. I'll just tell you like this right here. Robert Brazil was pissed off, and he was like, "We're just gonna kick everybody's ass again, and we'll be back next year." And I'm just like, we gotta be better, man. I don't know what happened, but if you got a coach of the year that also represents the team of the year, and that coach is there is no reason to bring that coach over there for 6 hours and to not put him up on the stage to get his award. After Steve Weiss went and gave, after he announced the last Hall of Famer, which was Jay Walker, after that, he got back up to the mic and he was like, "Hey, that will conclude our event." And we were looking like, bro, what happened? So the award was the video, and then Coach Taylor stuck around and he went up there and that's when he got his awards, and that's when I took a picture with the awards. And I'm just like, so I saw Keisha Kelly there. I said, "What the hell?" She said, "Well, Keisha was like, I don't think they thought he was coming." I was like, but when him and Coach O checked in, they gave him a table assignment, and they knew he was there.
Right.
Everybody was there, y'all. It was no, I can't answer that. But when next time we are either the Legacy Bowl or somewhere, I hit KD up because Kevin Dent, he couldn't make it. Dent's part of the he's one of the Hall of Famers, and I just couldn't understand why. Why the heck would you have the coach of the year and the team of the year represented, and you not? There was no video. Everybody that got an award got a video played.
Were they able to speak?
No.
No, I'm talking about everybody that received an award.
Everybody that received an award spoke, TD.
Oh.
Everybody that received an award got a video played. What you saw, that was the event. So our coach, the national championship coach, who got in this sprinter with the GM, they hauled 6 hours to go over there for a cameo, just to sit in the room, to eat a steak, and look at the screen and get your award after the whatchamacallit with. That's bull junk, man.
Motivation.
That's bull junk, man. I don't know what the hiccup was, but to not have a video play, come on, man. We got the best media director in the game. You ain't gonna tell me we couldn't have got something put together. Really? So you don't have nothing for the coach in the team of the year? Wow. Jada Byers, he had a video. He was player of the year. I think it should have been Herb, but whatever. You know, Jacoby Durant had a highlight reel from playing for the Los Angeles Rams. Every Hall of Famer had a video. All-State, they came up and spoke and got their award and did their thing. They talked about the Legacy Bowl and all that good stuff, man.
Did they ask the school to present a video, to send a video?
I don't have the answer to that, but you know damn well that if they did, we would have a video there. But those videos come from whatever the case may be. Listen, man, all I'm saying is that that didn't happen. I know they would have, TJ. I know they would have, Austin. I don't know what happened. I'm not here to report what happened. I'm just here to tell you that I witnessed this with my own two eyes. I'm telling you, that's what happened. From start to finish. Matter of fact, I was there before they got there.
Wow.
I can't tell you, bro. Listen, I left like.
It got to be more to it, man. I mean, that's totally.
See, I left there like. Ask Austin. I called Austin as soon as I left. I was like, bro, what the hell, bro? What? No, I called KD first. So I can't tell you. That's why I said so. That's the answer to the question, bro. But I don't want to, put a damper on it. But again, you guys got to experience the full shout out. So it's basically a shout out. The coach of the year, TC Taylor. The team of the year, the Jackson State Tigers, led by Coach TC Taylor. All right, back to our regular schedule program.
What's the reasoning? What's the cause? What's a lot of questions?
There will be some answers to that. I don't get that, man. I don't get it. I don't understand that. I'm gonna say this though. Whenever I do get an answer to it, I'll come back and share the answer. But today I do not have an answer for that.
And what was the name of this event?
What was the Black College Football Hall of Fame induction? It's every year. They introduce the new class. They always have a coach of the year. They have a team of the year. They have a player of the year. They have a pro of the year, sponsor of the year. They do that every year. All the Hall of Fame inductions get a ring. So they had 6 this year. We were in the program. I'll say that we were in the program. There you go. The 16th annual induction ceremony. Black College Football Coach of the Year, head coach TC Taylor in his 3rd season, head coach. You can read up on it. It says led the Tigers to a 12-2 record, securing SWAC championship in the program's first Celebration Bowl victory. His efforts earned him the 2024 SWAC Coach of the Year award in a highly anticipated matchup with 2 nationally ranked teams clashing in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Jack State University amassed 383 yards in offense, including 152 rushing to defeat South Carolina State 28-7. Coach Taylor wins, captured the first Celebration Bowl in front of 36,823 fans in a sold-out Mercedes-Benz Stadium with millions more watching on ABC. For his success, Coach Taylor was selected as the head coach of the Team Robinson in 2025 All-State Legacy Bowl.
And won the legacy. And won it.
I can't tell you if Willie Simmons spoke or not last year, but I don't care if he did or he didn't speak. Don't bring the coach out there if you're just gonna make him sit there and watch a screen. You can send me the damn video and then I just save my time. Mail me my plaques. But if everybody's gonna get an award, listen, man, if you're gonna bring a player up there and a pro up there, you bring a coach. It's professionalism, man. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Hey, we talking about 10 minutes of your time. It's worth it if I'm gonna get up and get my award in front of everybody. That means something, man.
It does.
Everybody got their name called, man, and we walked all the way through the room, through all the legends and all that stuff, man. To go up on that stage, it's a respect thing.
I mean, being the class act that Coach Taylor is, man, what was his sentiments?
professionalism.
As always.
Yeah, you know, Coach O the same. We say what we had to say amongst our own, but you're not gonna go show you behind.
Right.
I said I was gonna speak to it, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, I know this right here. This message right here doesn't have much to. I mean, well, what did he do?
I don't know what he did, B-Rob. If that's the case, then shame on those who host an event. I'm not even gonna say. I got too much respect for James Shaq Harris and Doug Williams to think that that's the case. I don't think that's the case. It could. I don't think that's the case. That has absolutely nothing to do with TC. It has nothing to do with TC. I think TD. My theory was that they wanted him to come Thursday, and when he didn't come Thursday, he got there Saturday. You know.
Oh, you didn't do what we want. Kind of snubbed us, so we're gonna give you the same treatment.
Well, next year I'm gonna make sure you mail it to me. I'm just saying.
Out the total domination. You got to total dominate. Coach O, that word dominate just grew more legs, sir.
It just did. You got the team. Shout out to the General and Big Jeremiah in 2024 season. The Jack State football team under the leadership of head coach KC Taylor delivered a historic performance, finishing 10-2 record. The Tigers went undefeated in SWAC play, showcasing dominance through the conference and securing a decisive 41-13 victory over Southern University in the SWAC championship. They capped off the season with a commanding 28-7 victory over South Carolina State in the Celebration Bowl, earning their first victory in the Bowl's history. Defensively, JSU was a powerhouse, allowing just 7 points per game, while the offense averaged 383 yards, demonstrating the balance and consistency on both sides of the ball. All they basically did was took the score from the Celebration Bowl and called it averages. But come on now. Coach Hayes was honored as the SWAC Coach of the Year, and standout players Irv Mulligan and Travis Terrell were recognized as Offensive Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year. Respectfully, the Tigers acclaimed their first HBCU National Championship since 1996, marking one of the most successful and memorable seasons in program's storied legacy. So yeah, man, we good with that. Right. It's 12-2 overall record. It's a lot of errors in this, man. We got to be better, bro. We got to be better. We didn't average 7 points a game. We actually gave up 17 points a game on defense. We didn't average 383 yards. That was what we did in the Celebration Bowl. Our record was 12-2. You follow what I'm saying? Like it's. But anyway, that was what I was a little perturbed about. But listen, hey, while you guys are watching, we got 440 in the room so far. I'm gonna say this again. We have a partnership with Greenwood, having some website issues, so the link should be available this week. Can't give you an exact date, but I will say this right here. Last year, the Coach of the Year was passed, but they had someone to speak on behalf of Edward. Okay. Somebody still spoke on his behalf, TD. But we're on our road to 8,000 subscribers. Listen, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, head over to YouTube, click that subscribe button. Listen, you still got a week. You got 1 week to purchase the fan ring. Due to the overwhelming demand, go to the website, gojsutigers.com, search championship ring, click the link. You can purchase the fan ring. You have until next Monday. Next Monday, TD, what we doing?
M-Bar
Jackson, baby. 6 p.m. We're celebrating the best athletic director in the game.
He's an award now, right?
Yeah, he's over in Orlando. Travis is in the chat. Shout out to A.D. Robinson, his entire family, the administration staff, Elise Wells Kilbert, Travis, and the whole entire athletic administration that's over in Orlando with A.D. Robinson to receive his award. Hopefully we get some footage. Tickets were limited because if we weren't, I'd be there. And we would have definitely got some visibility. But congratulations to the best AD in the game, man. It was time to turn it up and kick it to the next level, man. We're proud of him. And listen, hey, man, y'all be at M-Bar on Monday, 6 p.m., M-Bar Jackson. We're going all out for AD Robinson, the best AD in the game, man.
Yeah, Ken. Hey, I also want to say, before I speak on this, I want to close out something on the last thing that we was going over. Coach Taylor, Coach O, staff, y'all listen. Coach Taylor, congratulations to you. We at Tiger Nation, we appreciate you. You're a man of character. You're a man of wisdom. You're a man of knowledge. And we know that you carry everything out with class, like Ken said, you know, because we know your character.
Mm-hmm.
So again, man, we appreciate you. We love you.
Yep.
And we love you guys. And we definitely look forward to supporting you all in this 25-26 season. And the way that you know, come back to that, you know what I'm saying, you just come back and just kick them all over the field. But dominate, blow up the scoreboard, keep the defense, you know, keep the scoring down to the minimum, and showing why we are the standard, showing why that you are the coach, and showing why you are the general manager, and showing why we have the best AD in the game. That's how you get revenge. Go Tigers.
I love it, man. I always look for you know me, man. I'm like Jordan, bro. When it comes to that, I'm always looking for something to motivate me, man. That fired me up. I was like, okay. I left that thing like, okay, we're gonna make you respect us next time, man. That's how I felt. But well said, man. We go ahead and speak to AD since you're there, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I kind of closed out with that, man. That's you know, with AD. I mean, because he's a part of that. I mean, he got disrespected on that as well, because TC, you know what I'm saying, is his hire. It's his guy. It's the person that he supports. He's at every game and practices and stuff, you know, and putting on events for this to go down too, and for his guy to get shout out. That's a, you know, shout out to him. But we still dominating with him being athletic director of the year for the second year straight. So congratulations to him. And so as much as they keep churning us, the more dominating we need to be, the more visible we need to be, the more supportive we need to be, and the more united we need to become. So again, shout out to the Tigers, shout out to D I Love, and we appreciate our support, even those who, you know what I'm saying, didn't graduate or just strong supporter of Tiger Nation. Rock with us, because we rock with you guys. Go Tigers.
There it is, brother. So yeah, man, we appreciate AD. We're gonna be at M-Bar Jackson on next Monday, and we're gonna have a good time, man. Moving right along, man. Shout out to D Corey C. Been killing it on these interviews lately. Our latest interview guest was our new linebackers coach, Coach Justin Sanders. Come in. It's a 2-part. Make sure you go check out all 2 parts. Great interview with Coach Sanders. Learn a little bit about him. Go check out this interview. Corey was able to unpack all his minds, his ideas, thoughts on the game, his approach, his room. A lot to take from that. So great interview, and go check it out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel though, Tiger Talk TV.
I had a chance to watch it. Shout out to D Corey C rocking the red hat, shirt all day. Yeah, man. Great interview. I mean, I had a chance to meet Coach Sanders. Very, you know what I'm saying? Very, I want to use the word laid back, very approachable gentleman, knows his stuff, and just watching the interview, you learn more stuff about it. Didn't realize he was homegrown.
Yep.
You know, he ventured through his career and how he got to, you know, to being here. And one thing he said, Ken, you know, what he's one thing that stood out to me when he was interviewing and talking with Coach Taylor, you know, he asked him pretty much what you're bringing to the game. He said, man, the standard is already here.
Yep.
You just want to add to it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he said he was sick of losing. So
that does matter, bro.
So welcome, Coach Sanders. Hey, man, you know, we looking to win. We looking to win, Coach. I mean, he talking about his linebacker room. Kid, man, look, in the way he comes off, in the way he seemed to approach things, man, he approached with being able to teach and relate to the kids. You can't always get things through by yelling. I mean, don't get me wrong, that come with the territory. But when you're able to firmly teach it, the way that he was calmly talking, I mean, he kept the same tone pretty much through the whole interview. So a great interview. You can get a chance to see it. Go through, hit the like button. Shout out Corey C. He's red. And no, make a comment, man. Subscribe to the channel.
There it is, man. At the wrong button. But yeah, man, great interview. Next thing I did want to touch on was we talked about this on Friday. We started to talk about this, and I think the conversation it needs to be can be a lot more in depth, a lot more expansive. So many unknowns when it comes to this, TD. But the settlement, the $2.8 billion settlement. So here's what this means for us. I was able to go and grab a few points that may be a little too dark, but I'll go here with it. Approximately, this is what the settlement wound up being. TD $2.8 billion. This is for back pay. So the $2.8 billion is actually broken down by all of the different conferences, and then it's broken down amongst each team. And we'll get into some of those numbers. You can opt in or opt out. This is going to go back 8 years, 2016 to 2024. That's what that is for. But now this also introduces a new element, which is revenue sharing. Schools are now going to be able to share up to 22% of their annual revenue from media rights, ticket sales, and sponsorships with their student athletes. So if we see a future price increase on tickets, we got to be okay with that because we understand what that money, where that money is going into. You see what I'm saying? The opportunities that the university will now be able to pay student athletes directly. NIL agreements now. So you can still do NIL deals, but students will be able to negotiate and enter in NIL deals, both their school and with the third party, with reporting requirements for third party deals that exceed 600. So there's still some gray areas there with those NIL deals for third party, which would be like what we do. Trust me, I spent all Saturday morning after the show reading every single word of everything that was out there, TD. The roster limits is going to be a big thing, though. You know, there's roster limits coming to the universities now. I think football drops to 105. And then all the numbers, we talked about that on some future shows. But last but not least, schools will be able to offer full scholarships to all student athletes on a roster and eliminate sport by sport scholarship limits. So there's some different things that changed from this thing. So the question, if anyone had, is like, where do we go from here, right? So when we talk about NIL, we have a collective. We do NIL deals with student athletes directly at Jackson State. But the settlement imposes a new restrictions on college sports. So what's going to happen, TD, there's going to be this new clearinghouse established titled NIL Go. And I think this is going to be a madhouse, by the way. It's going to be managed by Deloitte. So all third-party NIL deals over 600 or more must be approved by the clearinghouse. And I think that's where it's going to get real murky, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's going to get murky, dog. Because if you got a deal, the problem is, let's say you got $1 million opportunity for a student athlete going into some clearinghouse being approved or denied by some hourly employee or some, low side. I'm just saying, like, they got to make sure that there's some specific rules that are in place. They talked about like fair market value, like being able to determine whether that deal makes sense, but you can't really determine whether or not a certain deal is. If I want to enter a deal with Toronto Day and I want to pay him $1 million a year just to advertise my brand, who the hell are you to come back and say it's not going to go through? So because they're trying to get around that, because this deal really, if all you can do is revenue share, then you basically everybody caps out at the same money. It's an even playing field. But now what happens to these million and $1 billion collectives that are out there? So in gathering, at the ACC spring meetings last week, Deloitte officially reported shares that 70% of past deals from NIL collectors would have been denied, with 90% of past deals from public companies would have been approved. So we actually are a public company. So I know we use the term collective because we do have a collective, but our collective is merely just a division of our nonprofit, which supports this media platform, which also in turn supports Jackson State, the Jackson State community. So we do real NIL deals. It's not pay for play. Some of these other deals, CD, is just a bunch of boosters putting a bunch of money in a pot, and they're just going out there and they're just handing the money in the form of, quote unquote, you sign with the collective. In theory, it appears that we do that, but when you look at the language of the agreement, it's going to circle back to the overall KC-1400 brand, which is why I built it that way. So there would still be, these are real NIL deals, and all of our deals would actually be fine, and they would all go through.
So basically, this is like a form of just regulation.
That's exactly what's coming. So they're going to have to regulate it. Definitely going to be some things. Jay Shaw said, let me drop that real quick.
I was looking at that.
How do you feel the revenue share affects importance of TV deals for conference? It makes it absolutely more important. What model would you like to see? So Jay Shaw, honestly, man, I think this is you have a very small window maybe for us to maybe renegotiate some opportunity. I don't know if we're going to do that, because I think, what is our TV rights deal right now? But here's what I would say. The conference would probably need to, TD, check this out. If we are locked in a deal with, the conference is locked in a deal with ESPN, what I would prefer is that's fine, but you still should allow the member institutions to be able to negotiate their own deals as well. You follow what I'm saying? So, for example, we may be limited because we're stuck under an umbrella that everybody is following under. Because I remember Grambling recently, remember they had to deal with HBCU Plus. Not HBCU Go, but HBCU Plus, with brother Hardy Pelt, and there's a lawsuit that was out there because of, I guess, the rights to whatever the case may be, right? But that deal was a very lucrative deal for them, but the conference kind of got in the way of that, which kind of halted some of that money. Well, shit, man, if you go back to what we just talked about, if we go back to what we just talked about, TD, when we're talking about revenue sharing, that's revenue sharing of media rights, ticket sales, sponsorships, right? So let's say, for example, just like you remember at one point in time, what was it? Rydell was the sponsor, was the apparel? No, Russell. It was Russell Athletic. Everybody had to wear Russell uniforms. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And then they was like, all right, nobody has to wear Russell anymore. Everybody can just go out and negotiate their own partner deal. Well, all of your deals now become, you got to look at all of your deals now, all of them. Your apparel deal. If you're with Nike, hey Nike, what all type of incentives can you offer me? You follow what I'm saying? Can you offer additional funds so we can assist with NIL?
Right.
Because at the HBCU level, every partnership is now matters. And then you factor in budget cuts under the Trump administration. There's going to be a lot less money available. So TV rights deals, apparel deals, ticket prices, all that good stuff. It's so, Jay Shaw, to answer your question, bro, that's what I would prefer, is an individual opportunity from a TV standpoint. I would prefer that each member institution be available to be allowed to go negotiate their own TV deals or secondary streaming deal, whatever there is that could generate additional revenue. That's what I would prefer, because that could be some money in that would absolutely affect our bottom line, and it'll give us a little bit more operating profit to work with in order to participate. But let me say this big ass deal is really TDs mainly for the P4s and the P5, the big schools. It really did. We're not even listed in the agreement, bro. We're not even listed in the settlement. We just had the option to opt in or opt out. So what that does is, what the opt-in do is, I'm gonna break this down because I went to artificial intelligence to ask specific questions, and one of the questions I asked, it was asking about how does this affect a smaller school. This was his answer. It says House versus NCAA settlement approved June 6, 2025 poses challenges for Group of 5, G5, and FCS schools. They face financial strain, contributing up to $2.5 million, the G5, and each FCS school we have to offer up $280,000 annually, bro, for this lawsuit. Because we did opt in. I know that for a fact. But when you opt in, it protects you from like future lawsuits and stuff like that. But it said, despite smaller budgets, revenue sharing of $20.5 million a year may force programs to cut, may force program cuts or debt, widening the gap for Power 5 schools. Benefits includes direct athlete payments, aid in recruiting, but limited funds may reduce impact. Critics argue G5 and FCS schools are unfairly burdened without negotiation input. We weren't even in the negotiating room, bro. While supporters see it as an equity for athletes, long-term stability is possible, but implementation will be key. So we saw Commissioner McClellan speak that there will be some support from the conference, but man, this is tough, man. That's a good question, Jay Shaw. Will fans be priced out of some of the smaller cities? I think a more strategic method would be something similar to what A.D. Robinson is doing, where you keep your ticket prices the same and you ask your fans for a donation. And you make sure you overly communicate to them what this donation is for. Because if you just tack that money and stack it on the ticket prices, it can create some issues like that. I think you separate it and you say, hey, listen, we're going to add a $25 fee to our tickets this year because we're asking you to support NIL efforts.
Okay.
But whatever that number is, you have to be specific when you communicate it.
In this case, for Jackson State ticket sales, it's what, $10 extra?
$10 extra to go towards the boom, and that's what we have. That's that is an opportunity, but I don't know what everyone else is doing. I'll definitely put my ears and eyes on the conference to see what's kind of happening around there. But hey, TD, I'll give you another one. You see how we're partnering with Greenwood and the vodka company? Schools can partner with other brands to partner their logos with it. That's where the marketing comes in at. Remember that idea I told you? I would close off the upper bowl. I would sell marketing. I mean, it's a lot of things you could do.
I mean, you know what? And that works because I've bought stuff from places just because it had, you know, whether it's my favorite pro team or, you know what I'm saying, favorite college team or, you know, whatever the case may be. I mean, marketing, it definitely works. So you can sell the brand. And you're right. I mean, we could close that up because we go to other stadium. I think we went to the ULM that had the banners all the way around from advertisement. Why not?
Yep. So Southbound say this is really going to make our HBCU players stay at home. You ain't gonna go to a Power 4 or 5 for pay. The game has forever ever changed. Watch more and more players seek powerhouse HBCUs. So the upper bowl, the Vet Force Fantasy lower bowl, which ultimately increased the demand for tickets. Now, specifically,
and make it more hostile.
It does, man. That's an idea. I'm not saying we do it or don't do it, but it's definitely an idea. But I do know that I'm curious to talk to AD whenever he's done to really hear what his strategy might be. We got to get AD back on the show, man. This is now a good time. We're going to let him get his award, and then we'll bring him back on, hopefully, in either the latter part of this month or July. We'll definitely have him on. I'll reach out to him, and we'll get him back on, TD. This would be a great opportunity to have a conversation. One more thing I do want to add before we move on is that this is some of the same stuff, but one of the things it did say, that's pretty much the same thing. But we'll see how it goes, man. We'll stay tuned. Look, we still got to continue to sign up, man. We're 52 signups away from hitting 500. let's hit 500, celebrate that, and then we'll get prepared for the 2025 because we do have 2026. We got some big plans and big goals for 2026, man, and it may force us to just streamline and focus specifically on a certain particular sports, but we'll see how it goes, man. This is definitely a change. We shouldn't have to change what we're doing. If we need to tweak a few things, trust me, we would definitely stay on top of that, and we'll go from there. It looked like we just took the lead on the ticket sales again, TD in Vegas. Slight little notch. This game, I like what they're doing, man. I like the constant, little drip of momentum.
I do.
Got a chance to talk to Coach Mickey Joseph, and he was talking about, us applying some pressure on them to allow us to practice. Because as of right now, he's saying only both teams will be allowed to practice only on Friday in the Allegiant Stadium. He was like, he wanted to be where they could practice on Thursday and Friday. So they're working on trying to push the envelope when it comes to that. I said, Ken, TD, all of this is with athletes graduating more or less. So with all this, are athletes graduating more or less or too early to tell? I'll tell you what Jackson State is doing.
Graduating.
We're graduating our athletes. That's the goal. Theoretically, if a young man graduates, if we keep him for more than a couple of years, the goal is to graduate him. And then if he decides to hit the portal after he graduates, then so be it. You don't have to worry about your APR going in the toilet because, again, you're in a situation where you get these guys and they come and you may get some hits, but you just want to limit your hits the best you can. But we're graduating our athletes. A lot of them are. There are some athletes that's going to graduate and they're going to have 4 schools that they went to. I think it's going to still be the same. If you're going into the portal to go play at a school that you want to go to, theoretically, you're trying to go to a better situation. So technically, you should be able to stay in school and play, and hopefully lead to you getting your degree.
Also, with this, I think Ken mentioned a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago, that the ARP, it eventually may go away, especially with the way players are changing, not hitting the portals and not staying in one place too long. Also with that, that's gonna once again be up to the player in their family discretion on what they choose to do. If they really sit down and look at the scope of things and really evaluate the numbers of players and the percentage of a player and the chance of them going to the league, and getting the education, when you constantly move, you don't have no time to really get settled down and buckle down into what you're trying to do. And every school you go to is not going to offer you a major or what you're looking for.
Right.
So you have to be mindful of what your major is, at least get a degree before you just, constantly move and get in the portal. And again, you get a little bag. That bag might not be as heavy you think it is. It look good on paper, but when you get through with that paper, paper get wet. Is not, the value is not as good as it used to be. So just be smart in the decision that you're making and go ahead and get a degree, because as we stated earlier in the show, so much is going on and life is just getting harder, period.
For real.
So you better off with a degree. So hopefully you got support behind you.
Absolutely, man. Moving right along, man. We'll jump into the camps. Athletes are becoming employees essentially, so they might slow down the transferring due to the nature of contracts in future. That's correct. And then there's going to probably be in there. There's going to be some. You're going to have to pay some of that money back. You jump ship. It's going to be some things in place. So, man, I think we're just getting started. They're going to form this NCAA commission. It's going to be like.
Hey, Ken, do you care to break down how that bag really? Sometime may or may not work. You may be promised $10,000 just for a small example, or $50,000, whatever works for you. But that $50,000 may have to support you in a lot of different ways.
So what transpires, TD, depends on the deals. Some of these deals that some of these kids are getting are really just financial agreements, where you know, I know it did say that they got to offer full scholarship. So the full scholarship situation kind of changes that now. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're getting full scholarship, that means that it's not just money that you're getting paid to be a walk-on. So they're going to have to – that's why the roster limits make sense now, because it ain't going to be everybody's going to get a full scholarship. So that you're talking, if the number's 105, then you got to be able to offer 105 if that's what you're going to do, right? Some schools are going to carry 95 players. That's just what they're going to do. They're not going to have walk-ons. They're just going to roll with 95 on the roster. I know that because I was talking to one of the coaches that coached at Nevada, who said they're gonna have 95 players. That was what he said. I don't know where that number come about, but contractually, it'll be in that agreement. But what was transpiring, TD, is that, for example, you go and get a player, and you say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you 100,000," but their tuition is 60,000 over 2 semesters. You know, your room with 60,000 with room and board. So, theoretically, when you do all the math and everything, you subtracting that, you really only getting 40K. So basically, they're giving you NIL money to cover your tuition and your lodging. What's up, brother Q?
What up, brother Q?
And what they're really doing, TD, and I think Grievances explained it on when he was on their podcast. Like, you know, a NIL deal for 100,000, you want that to be 100,000
cash.
Yeah, you want. I need that. Whether it's monthly payments or however it may be. If it's 50,000, like the number that you said, and I signed with you in April, that's 50,000 from April. That's supposed to cover me from April to December. So when you go and make that agreement, you know, and sign that agreement, that's what it should be. It shouldn't be, I'm gonna give you 50,000, but I gotta pay for my own, you know, place to stay.
What?
It happens though, because you may go to a school and they may not necessarily have a roster spot for you. I mean, or a scholarship for you, but they maybe can get you some NIL money. So it's, in essence, it says FAFSA is making major changes under this present administration. So scholarships are definitely going to be important. Yep. Memphis is about to go to 105. Like, that's what it's going to be. And we talking about 105 full scholarships that's got to be applied. Because remember, let's go back to this part. When you go back to some of the things that changed and look down at the bottom, schools would be able to offer full scholarships to all student athletes on a roster and eliminate sport by sport scholarship limits. Basically, they're giving tuition money. So that it just it's so much that's coming. But let me be frank about this. This is mainly for the big boys. What they just did was they just drew a big ass line in the sand and basically said, we're gonna go over here, y'all stay over there, but y'all gonna have to pay y'all a little fee to help us cover. Because what they should have done is they should have made them pay the $2.8 billion. But instead, if we're not getting none of the money, we still helping to support the deal. So why should we have to pay $280,000, but knowing we don't have the budget that they have? So At this point in time, I think what's more important than anything, if we being real, I think HBCUs should unify, bro. This goes back to the conversation of the big HBCU super conference. If we decide to do something like that, where we realign and we have this big super conference, we can have 2 commissioners, bro. We can have a whatever that is. We can have a commissioner East and a commissioner West. We can have 2 commissioners. That way nobody lose their jobs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it still can work in harmony, where you mess around and have it to where you can now go and renegotiate a much bigger media rights deal, because you're going with something monumental. But I don't know if we necessarily have the vision to do that.
Now you said who need to unify?
We need to have an HBCU super conference. Now, Jay Shaw said FCS and G5 should merge. You mean like merge in their own thing, like leave the NCAA? I'm with it, man. It would be groundbreaking, bro. It'd be so many different opportunities, man. It's still college football, but we got to do what's best for us to be able to operate. This is going to be a long conversation, man. Everybody that's having dialogue around this, man, I'm tapping in, because I'm still trying to see what, you know, we're watching the dust. We want the dust to settle and for us to fare well. So where we are right now is we're still a go with what we're doing. right? And what that is we have a collective, man. KC-1400 Collective is our foundation, friends with KC-1400 Inc. You can still sign up. It's important that we support because I'm telling you, this is like we play it all the time. We're looking to get to 500 is our goal, but we can really make ground. You know, we got this Greenwood Whiskey partnership coming down the pipe. What's JSU roster number advantage? Have more players. We got 105 just like they do. But real quick, Brother Zordon, this Saturday we're at the Beverly, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. TD, I'm gonna show something in just a second, but I'll come back to it in just a second. Brother Zordon, so we'll be at 105. That's gonna be the number. That's gonna be the number. What does the Celebration Bowl go under this scenario? You make it into an HBCU playoff. You make it into a 14 playoff.
So Ken, I'm still kind of, you know, when you say super conference, are you talking about for far? You saying the East?
I'm talking about the likes of North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central. In this super conference, you want all the big time classics.
Okay, you just talking about the big guys, not the like that.
I'm talking about D1.
Okay, all right, there we go. Okay,
D1, and for those that want to move up or how they need to be, because some of these schools under this situation gonna probably have to drop. Maybe Valley drops to D2. That probably might be the smartest move for them. We don't know, but what I'm saying is we're talking about putting a Tennessee State, a Hampton, a Norfolk, NCAT, Central. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Delaware State. South Carolina State. I'm talking about everybody. A massive super conference.
But okay.
I'm talking about 20 teams. You know, and make it to where it make sense.
But Delaware State will have to move up, right?
You can do 4 different divisions: North, South, East, and West. So let's say it's, you know, merge the SWAC and the MEAC. I'm with it, man. I'm telling you, it'll be so crazy. Like our biggest problem with us is we're so scared, man. We're so scared to go all in on our own thing.
Look, hey man, TJ said something.
Go ahead, pull it up.
He said something a minute ago. TJ, we have, if I'm not mistaken, Ken, correct me if I'm wrong, we have someone who's supposed to negotiate these deals.
Yes, we do.
Now, what's going on with it, we don't know. But if it's not there, then, you know, something not getting done. So we don't know why. But these are the 2 biggest, within the, you know, metro area, Ken. Within the area, you know, 2 of the biggest company here. And why we don't have advertisement for them hanging around everywhere, I don't know.
It's as simple as going and knock on them doors and trying to make some shake. I can make some suggestions. I think we should have another person.
Okay. Huh?
Listen, I ain't gonna listen. I tell anybody I ain't trying to work with JSU. I take a contract. You can contract me out. I'll be all in the city getting deals, man. Come on, dog. We're gonna do it anyway. I'm just saying. So the reality of the matter is we're gonna have to think outside the box. We got the best AD in the game to do it. I'm not worried about it. That's why I said I'm interested to hear what he's cooking up, the approach. That's what I'm more so intrigued by, you know, some of the ideas as far as what we can do to really take things to the next level. He said, get out of the NCAA. I keep hearing that. NCAA is here to serve the big boys, man. It's just that simple. You know, so you're going to still need some folks to get behind you with some money that's willing to do it. And we got way too many black folks with money that's scared to invest in this type of stuff. I don't know. But this conversation is going to be ongoing, you guys. It really is. It needs to come. It needs to be big money. I'll take a $50,000 check, but I'm talking about millions from both companies. You're absolutely right. But in order to get millions, man, you're going to have to really go in there and work that thing. You ain't going to just walk in there and get no milli from no company unless you really, really, really put something together. Byron Allen is selling his channels. He should create this conference. Just saying, man. Listen. One thing I will say for all alums that are going to be out there at the event on Saturday, TD, I did get a chance to. We're going to be doing a raffle. We got a special raffle coming, bro. Saturday, we're gonna raffle off the first bottle that was created. So the first bottle has been created, Greenwood whiskey with the KC-1400 collab. And TD, that raffle, the raffle's gonna start at $10 a ticket. You know, we're gonna have some merch. If you make a donation, this is a fundraiser. So for everyone who comes with checks in hand, makes donation, they're gonna get merch, man. They're gonna get a t-shirt for your size, whatever color you want.
While they last.
While we bringing everything we got on deck. So, but TD, that's what we raffling off, dog.
Look at that.
Yes, sir, man. So the first ever Greenwood KC-1400 collab bottle that was created was signed by our very own Coach of the Year, Coach TC Taylor. TC Taylor, Go Tigers, guard the yard, and our very own GM, Coach O, the I love on that. So you get to take that bottle home. That bottle will be on deck. Now, there won't be any bottles on sale. You can purchase online. Hopefully that's fixed by the time of the event, and you're able to do that. So going to definitely be some drink specials. They're sponsoring a few bottles. It's going to be, I think there's a certain number of drinks that's going to be at a lower rate. So we're gonna make all that do what it do, man. But this is going to be cool. Do they sell liquor at the stadium? Got to ask those questions, man. I'm sure they do. Is it beer?
Yeah, they sell beer.
They sell beer
at one stadium. I mean, at one.
Yeah, one stadium.
At one stadium. Yeah.
Hey, he said that's a big bottle. That's a 750 milliliter. 750 milliliter. You see, that's just a cup holder. You see the little cup holder. It ain't. It's a nice size bottle, man. I'm telling you guys, man. It's great whiskey, man. This is great stuff. It really is, man. But man, you can take home a signed bottle, man. You know. It says, "Can you have as a sponsor when the field is littered with?" Hey, you can have a sponsorship with directly. He said, "Is that a jug or a guy?" It would be cool to have a booth with Greenwood. Yeah. So we're going to be doing an event with Greenwood in the city of Jackson for the first game. We may be over. We'll figure out what location we'll be at, and of course we're going to communicate that. But before we even start talking about all that, look, man, we got to get this whiskey off the ground. We got to get it rolling. So Johnny said, has anyone done a feasible study on merging these conferences? Yes, there is some stuff out there. There is some actual different examples. There is some different models. But I tell you what, I would love to do a show on that. We can invite some of the other personalities that are intrigued by this type of stuff, and we can really go and matter of fact, I could do it right now. I'm gonna ask AI real quick if y'all don't mind, right on live. What do you think I should ask you? So, okay, give me 1 second.
Hey, don't forget while Ken doing that, don't forget about the season tickets in on July 31st. So you should get your season pass, man. It's gonna be an exciting season. High flying. What you got?
Bro. It's more populating right now. All right, so let's see.
Good deal. Season passes. I'm ready for you. Yeah, phase of competition.
I'm gonna just skip all the Alabama school. That ain't gonna work. So what it did, TD, is it did 8 conference games, 6 division plus 2 crossovers, open the PWI, UHA championship game, East and West winner, neutral site, rotating cities like Atlanta, New York, postseason bowl. See, automatic bid. Ooh. So listen to this. If you did a super conference, it talked about the season format, right?
Yeah.
As you do 8 conference games, 6 division plus 2 crossovers. That's if you do a 16-team conference. I didn't see where the hell the Alabama schools there. That ain't gonna work. So let's do 20. It'll be 20 teams. So you got 20 teams: Jackson State, Southern, Grambling, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Alcorn State. I'm gonna for my own example, I'm gonna drop Pine Bluff and drop Mississippi Valley and add Alabama State, Alabama A&M. All right. So you just for this example. And then that's the West Division. The East Division would be FAMU, North Carolina A&T, South Carolina State, Norfolk State, Howard, Morgan State, Delaware State, Bethune-Cookman. It didn't add Hampton in there.
They taking Bethune-Cookman from us?
It's all one big conference now.
Okay. But okay, yeah, I got
8
you.
on each side. It said that you play 8 conference games plus 2 crossovers, 6 plus 2 6 division, 2 crossovers, right? 2 non-conference games every year. And then it's got a UHA championship game. What the hell is UHA? Oh, it's called the United HBCU Conference. That's what it's called. The United HBCU Conference. So you do the championship game. The East and West winner, it could be neutral site or rotating cities like Atlanta, Houston, New Orleans. Postseason bowl. The champion automatically receives a bid to Celebration Bowl. The runner-up and the top teams can play in the FCS playoff or new HBCU bowl. And then you push for the ESPN, CBS, Prime Video, media rights for national exposure. It didn't tell me who would play in the Celebration Bowl, though. What it talked about was revenue and brand strategy. You get a unified media deal, TV and streaming rights, a conference-wide NIL collective framework. That's what's key. You do a conference-wide NIL framework through all your deals. So you get the championship, the classic, the Bayou Class, the Magic City, all under one brand, merchandise and license with national retailers. That's another thing you can make money off of. You do a whole new deal. You can actually come in and get some different brand, you got to get creative at this point, man. It's going to be hard to go about it individually. Who research what you no, I just threw that in Chat GPT just to see what it would come up with. But no, you can do an extensive research. You can use AI for just some type of a framework, Johnny, and then you just kind of build it out and just basically build from that. You just get it for a structure. That's really all it comes down to, man. It's not going to be. I don't think it'll be. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, but
sounds good though.
It can happen, man. It can happen. It can definitely happen. But you got to also look at the fact that a lot of these big time programs are going to be looking to strike some bigger deals as well because they're trying to increase their athletic budget.
Yeah, I like it too, Kevin. It'll take some getting used to, and then you're always going to have the ones that not going to want to change, but you know.
Well, this is what I'll say. We would, you know, I don't mind expanding the conversation. I welcome everybody to come up and just kind of give your thoughts. I'll give you guys some homework, man. Y'all go and think of the best super conference idea of what's the most seamless way to do it. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I don't think the SWAC is. I don't know. I just think we so reactive I haven't seen proactivity when it comes to us in these conferences, and I think we just kind of like to be on the separate side of that. You got the Celebration Bowl, but listen to what I'm saying. The Celebration Bowl stays intact even with a Super TV. Check this out, man. Even with that, I think you still, I don't know, man. It's almost like the NFL playoffs, you know. But even with the NFL playoffs, you get a week off before the Super Bowl. So I don't know.
And then I guess you still find some way to throw you a FBS game, some of them,
Well, it's still gonna be you got to slide for 2 FBS games. I mean, you got an FBS game, you got 2 non-conference either way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play 8 conference games, and then you can do 3 non-conference. You can make it a 9-game conference slate if we're talking about that. But there's ways to do it. What it's going to take for the school to lead the SWAC and be successful, man. Right now, that conversation just got way harder, bro.
Right.
It's just the money restricted. You need your conference to really make it happen. The 20-team conference would be a force, though. It would be. That would be crazy, man. All in the same conference.
So TJ, I'll pose this question to you, and Ken, you can speak on it. We just got our coach of the year not being able to give a acceptance speech for winning the coach of the year. And being as hot as Jackson State is right now, who's going to accept us, TJ? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I like what Jay Shaw said. Jay Shaw talked about FCS and G5s merging, but I don't know. I don't know if they want to do that. They might be trying to join one of them Power 5 conferences. I don't know.
Really?
Pac-12. Well, that's the only one that got openings. There's going to be some schools out there that's looking to join the Pac-12, though. I just think that conversation is unrealistic right now at this time.
Yep.
I don't think there's no HBCU that can move into FBS ranks now with the changes that was made. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but we got to really have some serious conversations about what needs to transpire. We can't go up. We can't jump into the FBS ranks with presidents flopping every year or so, and ADs getting arrested. It's just not. We gotta get our house in order, dog. Before we talk about jumping and going up, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know we've been talking about this for eons, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I don't think that. TJ, I hear what you're saying. I personally don't think that an FBS jump is more. I don't think that's more realistic and more effective than an HBCU super conference. Because both of them are just about as far. I know you can say, okay, we can go to but you got to get an invite from the Sun Belt.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Who was accept? Yeah. I like the super conference thing, though.
Man, that would be so hard, bro.
And then you'll keep those that don't really want to make that change. Yeah, kind of keep them there, too.
TD, we got Hampton and Tuskegee on our schedule this year.
You know what? When I said that, look here.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, it's time to get back to. Listen, man. I don't know, bro. But there might be a situation where some of the institutions may have to drop down. What happens if Valley comes and says, "Hey, man, we're gonna drop down to D2"? I think we should focus more on alumni demographics. I think demographics such as Atlanta is the most. I agree. There would be more expect challenges in Charlotte, Atlanta in August. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. You know, I agree that the Atlanta market is hot. It is. We got to figure it out, man. There's some opportunities there. Again, that's a conversation. Can't wait to have. We definitely want to get our AD back up. We'll give him some time to cycle through all of this and kind of wrap his brain and mind around this new NIL situation, and then I'll see. I don't know if that's the right conversation to have at the celebration, but there will be some opportunities to have these conversations, man, and we're gonna try to have them on this channel. Working on another big time interview of a very notable JSU alum who is going to have a call with tomorrow and iron out a few things to determine if we would bring them on the show. But I think it would be it'd be a slam dunk of an interview to get this particular individual on the show. I'll share it with you offline, TD, and we'll see where we go from that. But listen, man, I appreciate everybody again for the eagerness of that, man. Listen, click that link, man. Go to the website, KC-1400collective.com. We need you to join. We're gonna try to push this thing all the way through the end of June. But let's get this wrapped up, man. We want to get done with the 2025 signups by the end of July, and we'll be ready to rock and roll once the season starts mid-August. We're gonna be ready to roll into the 2026 efforts. So, but we appreciate everybody who has signed up. Click the link, man. Click the link. Join, donate, all that good stuff, man. We appreciate everybody, man, and all their support. The effort's got to be there for sure. And again, as soon as that link drops for Greenwood, we're gonna let you guys know, man. You'll be the first to know about it. I'm excited about it. I can't wait for it to drop, man. I think we're gonna do some numbers with this thing. And keep in mind, we got vodka coming right behind this right in the heart of summer. We'll bring the owners up and we'll have some conversations, but you guys are gonna like that as well. Just got the label back, waiting on it to be approved, TD. Pretty cool late, matter of fact. I'm gonna send this over to you real quick. This is what we're looking like right now. This has got to be approved, though. That's the actual label for the actual company. So it'll look something like that. Never mind the colors on the outside. That's just a framework of the label. It's gonna be good stuff, though. Said I like the idea of super conference. I question if the rank and file fan will come out consistently to see non-HBCU games because there is no historical rivalry. That's right, Kevin. It would. It absolutely would. It would. I think this situation with this payout. Shit, if you ain't paying $280, if you opted out, you know. So we'll see, man. But listen, man, we are no need to drag it out, man. That's pretty much all I had for the night, bro.
Yes, sir.
Definitely appreciate everybody, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, head over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And man, we're excited to get rolling with these new partners, man. I'm tired of talking about it, honestly. I'm ready to get the ball rolling and get something in front of you guys so you guys can support it, man. Looking to go aggressive with the vodka, man. So y'all get ready, man. Look, y'all get ready. And as soon as we're ready to roll, we'll put that out there. But hopefully that link is up by the time we have our next show on Wednesday. And we'll go from there, man. But that's all I got, bro. You got anything else?
No, sir.
Good deal, man. Well, Tiger Nation, we appreciate everybody for tuning in as always, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Get signed up to the collective if you haven't already. Donate to the platform. Join the channel in every way that you can to support what we're doing. We greatly appreciate that. And we're going to keep this thing rocking and rolling, man. Looking forward to going to Atlanta this week, man. Going to be a great time.
Get your season ticket. Prepare to come to the M Bar on the next Monday, the 18th.
Yes, sir. On the 16th, on 16th. Monday. Yep.
And again, thanks to Coach Taylor.
There it is, man. All right, everybody. Do y'all love?
Go Tigers. Because we love D, right?
Because we only love D. That's right. Shout out to Brother C. Lee, man. I see y'all on Wednesday.
Yeah, have a good night.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC-1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introduce me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.
Hey, this True Thompson. True, you got to get word for Tiger Nation, man. I love y'all. Tiger Nation. Do y'all love? Go Tigers, baby. Appreciate you.